So
it don't never stop. Sean G. I got my man Lotto from Brooklyn, Brownsville represent.
What's good, y'all? So listen to this. Benzino is calling out Hassan Campbell, Harlem legend 051 The Movement, and a bunch of other New York City gangsters for sitting down with Tony Yayo on Vlad TV and never pressing him about that alleged Rikers Island situation with a dude named Lotto, where Lotto claims he poured cereal over Tony Yayo's head and Yayo didn't do a thing. Because of that, Tony Yayo is now getting called out directly by Lotto himself, and Benzino is adding fuel to the fire too. And yeah, this one right here is definitely interesting. I'ma let y'all tap in and see it for yourselves. Let's go.
So
it don't never stop. Sean G. I got my man Lotto from Brooklyn, Brownsville represent. I'ma tag him on this video. We just shot a YouTube video for like 44 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, like 44.
We was talking about a bowl of cereal and some milk.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel so bad, but I threw the cereal on Tony Yayo's head. I feel bad, but I don't feel bad. I'm joking, nigga. I loved it, and I'll do it again, nigga.
Listen.
I'll do it again.
There was a bowl of milk, Rikers Island 2002.
And C-73.
C-73, Rikers Island C-73, Rikers Island 2002.
Facts.
A bowl of milk got thrown on somebody's head.
You could Google that.
You could Google that?
You could Google that. That's a fact. A big fact. You could Google that. That's a fact.
I'm tagging Lotto on this video. We're going to collab. Go see the link. The YouTube link is in my bio. Go now. Go watch the video right now.
Right now.
Benzino, shout out.
Hey, yo, what up, Benzino? I see you.
Academics, shout out.
Facts.
Vlad TV, facts. Shout out.
Facts. Yo, you know what's going on, Tony. Have you heard Marv? You thought I was tucked somewhere, huh? Nah, I'm active, boy.
Peace.
We gotta stop with the selective outrage, right? You know, I see Vlad got the new podcast with everybody and shit. Shout out to everybody. Haas and all the guys, that's dope. But this story's not gonna go away about Tony Yayo getting cereal poured over his head in Rikers and him not able to use the phone. It ain't gonna go away. It's like the Epstein files with Trump. We ain't gonna let it rest. You mean to tell me that y'all see the story going around about Lotto pouring cereal over this nigga's head? The nigga didn't do nothing in Rikers. That shit is violation. The only thing he could have got violated more if his sex got taken. Other than that, you sitting at the lunch at Chow and a motherfucker pouring cereal on your head? Nah, and you didn't do shit. You got up, couldn't even breathe right because it felt like you was drowning in milk. Nah, nigga, and I don't understand how come none of you niggas is asking this. Y'all are sitting there with this nigga on Vlad, but nobody wants to ask this nigga about the cereal incident. Y'all talk about everybody else. Y'all talk about all the street shit. Y'all talk about all the gangster shit, but nobody wants to hold this nigga to the fire like everybody else gets held to the fire. The fuck out of here. Huh? All y'all niggas is sitting around this nigga. You see the story. You see it. You see the nigga Lotto. You see me talking about it every interview I'm doing, but nobody wants to talk about this nigga, Tony Yayo, getting cereal poured all over his fucking face, dripping down his fucking neck. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to ask him what the fuck is up. It's selective. Y'all being selective. And that's sucker shit. If you're gonna be real about everything you do and say on your platforms, because we know bitch ass Vlad ain't gonna say nothing, but I at least thought that y'all was gonna say something. Y'all are sitting there with him, trying to brim Haas Campbell, Harlem Legend TV. I watch all y'all shit. Y'all entertaining. Y'all doing y'all thing, but why ain't y'all niggas ask, y'all sitting right there with him, ask the nigga about the incident? The fuck is the matter? What's the problem? And then to look at you corny ass fucking Eminem stands and 50 Cent dick riders. It didn't happen. If any other nigga, that story was being told, y'all bitch-ass commenting his glazes, right, would be all over it. But now because it's Tony Yayo, it didn't happen, or why y'all bringing up old shit, or man, Yayo's eating. So we don't give a f what Yayo's eating overseas. That shit's played out. That nigga wasn't eating cereal, we know that. That because the cereal was on his fucking head dripping down his neck. The big tough guy, G-Unit gangster. Nah.
All right, man, we already know what time it is with this one. This is straight up selective politicking, plain and simple. That old school selective politicking at its finest. Now, a lot of people online have been saying they don't even believe the story about Tony Yayo allegedly having cereal poured on his head at Rikers Island by Lotto. And that's wild considering Lotto is right there saying it himself. And Benzino has been repeating this story for a long time across multiple interviews while calling out the so-called real ones in the city. He's specifically naming names like Hassan Campbell and Harlem Legend, guys known for calling people out, especially Hassan Campbell. That man will call anybody out. He does not care who you are. Celebrity, gangster, real, fake, he's going to say exactly how he feels. And now people are saying they're being selective with this situation. Because let's be honest, Rikers Island has a reputation. Rikers Island is notoriously known as one of the worst jails in America. If you go to Rikers, you're going to go through something. Anybody who's been on Rikers has been through something. And in the streets, you take losses just like you take wins. A real street dude isn't going to count all his losses, especially not a famous street dude sitting in interviews, especially one tied to someone like 50 Cent, tied to G-Unit, tied to real beefs, real wars, and real street history. They're not going to highlight their L's. They're not going to say, yeah, I got played over here at Rikers. And the truth is, we don't even know what situation Tony Yayo was really in. Maybe Lotto was running the yard. Maybe he was running the bin, the pod, however it was set up at the time. Maybe Lotto had control of that whole situation. Maybe he was running the phone too, because Benzino said Tony Yayo couldn't even use the phone. And if you know anything about Rikers, you know the phone situation is serious. There's usually one dude who runs the phone. I don't know how it is now, but I've heard plenty of stories. On Rikers Island, there's often one guy who runs the whole section. He controls the phone, he controls the movement. He's got his jewelry on, he's got goons behind him. And if you come in there wrong, you're getting packed up. Either you ride with him or his people are gonna beat you down. That's just how it goes. There are only a few chairs and tables too. Only the real ones get those seats. Everybody else is sitting on the floor or tucked in the corner during rec time. I'm not saying that's exactly how it went down, but that's how Rikers has been described for years. And maybe at that time, Lotto was that guy. So when you're outnumbered, what are your options really? You gonna fight and get stomped out? You gonna get jumped? Or you gonna take the L? A lot of people would take the L. That happens in jail every single day. You just don't hear about it unless someone decides to put it on Front Street later. Usually, the people who were running things come out and say, yeah, I did this, that, and the third. But it happens way more than people want to admit. Look at Mayo. He admitted he got cut in jail, but most people are not admitting to their losses, especially not something like this. A dude pouring cereal on your head? That's humiliating. We don't even know why it happened. Maybe they had beef. Lotto is from Brooklyn. Tony Yayo represents Queens. Maybe street issues followed them into jail. That happens all the time. But do you really think Tony Yayo is gonna come out and admit to something like that? Especially being tied to 50 Cent? Come on. They even got rumors floating around saying 50 cooperated during the Ja Rule and Murder Inc. situation. People say he went to the police station and made statements, allegedly. I gotta say allegedly, y'all. There are police reports people talk about. There are interviews, there are podcasts, YouTube videos are breaking it down. But 50 is never gonna come out and admit that, just like Tony Yayo is never gonna admit to this, even if it's true. And in interviews, Tony Yayo might just say, don't ask me about that. That's street stuff. I don't want to get into that. Because maybe things happened after that. We don't know. And that's the point. We don't know. But we do know Tony Yayo was tied to real street activity before his fame, and even after the fame. So what do y'all think? Are y'all buying the story? Do you think it's true? And why does this feel like selective politicking? Y'all let me know what you think.